Kanabota, konnichiwa. This is your friend James in Olympia, Washington State, United States of America. My wonderful friends in Japan. It is November, the 400th anniversary of the celebration of Thanksgiving in the United States of America. This is so exciting. 1620, the Pilgrims came over for religious freedom. They had a horrible winter. In the spring of 1621, the Native Americans showed up, taught them how to plant. Learned about and he was a Christian. And in the end, the Native Americans and the Christians the Native Americans and the Pilgrims came together. The Pilgrims were Christians, and they came together and they celebrated Thanksgiving God for a wonderful harvest. So that is why this is exciting. This will be the 400th anniversary of Thanksgiving, United States of America. For my friends, for y'all, it is November, so let's do the lesson. I want to encourage y'all.
こんにちは。敗者の考え方を定着させないでください。抑圧された考え方を定着させないでください。反復的な考え方を定着させないでください。前進する、かつ自由になれ。
So what are we going to talk about today? This month? Don't let the loser mindset settle in. The reason why a lot of people give up is because the loser mindset settles in. That's why they give up, because they see no longer victory. And we don't need you to ever not see victory. Abraham Lincoln, the president who fought the Civil War in the United States of America, freed the slaves, and was assassinated. You know, he lost 7 political elections. What if he gave up? He would have never been the president of the United States of America. How many teams have you seen or heard about where they came back? I remember watching that racing show, that racing anime. I'm not going to say the name because I'm not name dropping. And the person was behind in the race. What if they gave up and said the race is over? If that loser mindset settles in, they would have never won that race. They can't come back. Just like that volleyball anime I was watching where they could come back. But if the loser mindset settles in, you're not going to want to come back. No one's going to come back because you're not going to try. You failed two semesters in college and you just think that's a wrap. You're just not going to be able to finish it. High school, 2 years, bad. You know, all your grades for the last 5 years in school, and you know, high school or whatever. High school's longer than 5 years. But in school, grade school, if it's bad and the mindset settles in, then that means that the person will like, oh, I made bad grades all these years, no use in trying anymore. When that settles in, they see themselves as never making good grades. Nothing can change. If you allow the loser mindset to settle in, winning is no longer an option, is no longer in your vision. So don't do that. Don't let the loser mindset settle in. Don't let the oppressed mindset settle in. A lot of countries, not outside the United States of America, a lot of them, not all of them, have authoritative governments. They grew up and lived underneath monarchies and things like that. And so the oppressed mindset is seeing the general sense is, the simpler sense is seeing themselves as lower than their leaders. But the oppressed mindset, you know, is socialism, communism, things like that, where the leaders are oppressing the people, telling them what they can and can't do. We saw a lot of that in 2020 and 2021. Mandates and stuff like that. Total wicked stuff. You know, that was against the Constitution of the United States of America. Are you aware the legislature of the states and the countries of the states of the United States, they are the ones who set the laws, but we had governors and people writing out mandates, forcing people to do stuff without their legislature. You know, that's technically against the Constitution of all the states. But I mean, we had oppression. We had people who were so scared they came against the church. Congress shall not make a law that infringes upon or interferes with, this is the First Amendment of the United States of America, of religious expression, religious freedom. And we had governors telling people they couldn't meet in person for prayer and church. See, the oppressed, but listen, when we talk about the new normal and junk like that, if the oppressed mindset settles in, then the people see, though, you got wicked bully politicians pushing on people, and if you allow that to settle in like it did in communist Russia and things like that, Russia, USSR fell, but if it falls in, then they'll see themselves as oppressed. They'll accept it. A bully. You don't bully in schools, bully in the workplace. Some rich person treating people like trash. If the employees see themselves as oppressed, if someone sees themselves as bullied and they let that settle in, they will always see themselves as bullied. And that's an oppressive mindset. If you're in an oppressed mindset, if it settles in, you'll always see yourself down. Don't let someone bully you, say you're a loser. This is part of the loser mindset, because the oppressed mindset can make someone see themselves as a loser, because the person is making them see themselves as a loser, and then they see themselves as one. But as oppressed, they will always see themselves as oppressed. They will always see what happened, what some person, some group of people did 10 years ago or 50 years ago to their family. If they don't if they don't get rid of that, ask the Lord to forgive the person. If they don't get rid of that oppressed mindset, they will always see themselves as underneath, below, behind society, not going forward. And that's why we don't do classes, different classes of people. I think one of there's like 3 or 4 stars. One of the flags in the world represents the different classes of people. But we don't want to look into being oppressed. So don't let anyone oppress you. Don't let the repetitive mindset settle in. That's when things are like, this happens every few years. We're gonna have this problem. Every few years they're gonna have that problem. That's not good. Don't let cycles. The wife bullies the husband. She asks him to forgive her, and they go well, and then she bullies him again. The husband beats the wife. That's wickedness. That's evil. You all got consciences. You know you ain't supposed to be beating your wife. Not you, but whoever's watching this that's beating their wife. Not you, the person behind you. The person. Hey, come on. You know better than that. Then apologize. Oh, I forgive it. And then it's oppressed. No. God did not intend for people to be oppressed. But if that mindset comes in, and the repetitive mindset comes in, we're talking about repetitive, then the wife will expect the husband to do it. The husband will expect the wife. And when you do that, even worldly, atheistic, humanistic people have agreed that the universe will allow whatever you're thinking, it'll repeat. The Bible says, as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you're expecting the bully to come every few days to try to get your money, he's going to come every few days because you're expecting it. So you're indirectly calling for it. So don't let the loser mindset settle in. Don't let the oppressed mindset settle in. Don't let the repetitive mindset settle in. Settle in. Don't let it turn to concrete. Get rid of it. You can break out of it with a pickaxe. If you found out that the loser mindset settled in, parents, watch your children. Pray for your children. Be observant. Teachers, a lot of teachers, principals, you have to look at the children and see if a loser mindset settles into a child or an oppressed mindset, they will not be able to change their world. If repetitive mindset, these things do not allow you to change your world. So don't let these things mess with you. So go forward, win, be free, and remember, live and be.